All right, guys. Let's get started here. All right. Welcome to the live session, July 16th, 2025. We're gonna talk about a couple stuff today. Let's jump into. Let's get started here. All right. So ES. We talked about it last week that it was getting close to this. Welcome to lower end of the live session, July 16th, 2020. I said we're either going to do one of three things. We're going to talk about follow this trend line and go higher, or we're going to go sideways. Let's get started here. We're going to lose this support. All right, so ES and come back down. We talked about it last week. Highs. That it was getting close to this sideways. To lower end of the live session, July 16th. Chopping around. 2020. I said, so this is chop. So market three things. We're gonna choppy right. Follow this trend line and go higher. Super choppy. Go sideways. On we're gonna lose this support. So ES and come back down. We talked about it last week on the markets. That it was getting close to sideways. To lower end of the live session, July 16th. Chopping around. 2020. I said, so this is chop. So markets. So choppy right. Follow this trend line and go higher. Chop city. Super choppy. Now there are individual sideways. On we're gonna lose this support. So ES come back down. We talked about it last week on markets. That is getting close to sideways. To lower end of the live session, July 16th. Chopping around. 2020. So this is chop. So markets. So choppy right. Follow this trend line and go higher. Nothing changed from last week. Super choppy. Now there are individual sideways. On moved. We're gonna lose this support. So ES come back down. Above that 633. Talked about it last week on markets. That is getting sideways. Lower end of the live session, July 16th. Chopping around. So this is chop. So markets. So choppy right. Follow this trend line and go higher. Nothing changed from last week. Super choppy. Now there are individual sideways. On moved. We're gonna lose this support. So ES come back down. Above that 633. Talked about it last week on markets. That is getting sideways. Lower end of the live session, July 16th. Chopping around. So this is chop. So markets. So choppy right. Follow this trend line and go higher. Nothing changed from last week. Super choppy. Now there are individual sideways. On moved. We're gonna failed. ES today. Above that 633. Talked about it last week on markets. That is getting lower end of the live session, July 16th. Chopping around. So this is chop. So markets. So choppy right. This trend line and go higher. Changed from last week. Super choppy. Now there are breakout sideways. So we're not bullish until we're above. Failed. ES today. Above that 633. About it last week on markets. Lower end of the live session, July 16th. Chopping around. So we're chop daily. Markets. So choppy right. This trend line and go higher. Changed from last week. Super choppy. Now there are breakout sideways. So we're not bullish until we're above. Failed. ES today. Above that 633. About it last week on markets. Lower end of the live session, July 16th. Chopping around. So we're chop daily. Markets. So choppy right. This trend line and go higher. So if we drop off, that's breakout sideways. So we're not bullish on this. Above. Failed. ES today. Above that 633. About it last week on markets. Lower end of the live session, July 16th. All right. Is that better? Is there no more echo now? Is echo good now? Is the echo fine? It should be fine. Okay, sorry about that. For some reason it was. I just got my computer fixed and got back to me, so there was two mics on that is not, one of them's not normally on. It's like the system audio was on. So okay. All right, so again, we're going sideways. Okay, SPY. You know, if we lose that 615, we're probably going to go to 600. Okay, gap fill and then set up whatever, or we're gonna go to 615, bounce there, and then set up some put drop to 600. But that's only if we're below that 617 area. Okay, so far we're just going sideways. So if we break that 627, then we go higher. But if we stay maintaining here, you know, we're just gonna go sideways in between these levels of 617 and 627. So it's a $10 range. All right, $10 range basically. Okay. Now the same goes for the Qs. they're going sideways in a big way. Now we are right at the breakout line. 557.20. We're right on that line. So if we could stay above that line, we could steadily go to that 560 area, which we already hit. We already hit that first target. We came back in, hit that 551, and then came back again. So lots of chop right now. Lots of chop in the market. Little uncertainty, little things being said in the markets. They provide opportunity though. Okay, some are provide the sells, some provide by the dips, some provide actions in other areas, and just like not putting your money in the market and SPY and QQQ and putting them in other things that are actually moving. So for the Qs, semis has been very strong lately. And I do see them continue to be strong, a few of them at least. So that could be a criteria for the Qs could go higher towards that 560 area, 560 and the 565 area. But we need to hold above that 557.20. If we could do that, we could steadily go higher. But if not, we're going to be chopping around in this general area between 560 and 551. Which is about a $9 area. Okay. So not really much on the Qs, NASDAQ, ES, and SPY. So we go IWM now. Okay, IWM was by the dip today. It hit the 20 SMA. So let's what's this? 225.80, 229. All right, so let's clear this out. So 225 and then 280, right? So get 225. Wait, was that right? Let me see here. It was 225.87, okay, and 229. All right, 225.87. So we'll make it. All right. Let's see here. Let's say. Make it 226. Okay. And then we'll make the other one 229. Okay. All right. Okay. So it looks like a steady uptrend here. Okay, little divergence here for me. Okay, but we had that nice hold on that 20 SMA and reverse, and we're putting in a bit bullish harami right there. So we want to see price go higher. We want to see price go higher than 221.37 tomorrow to confirm that reversal. Okay. So if it does that, this is going to be a nice little bull flag setup, and we could continue on to 226 and 229. On IWM. So we're right on the channel. We're on the lower end. We do have a bearish divergence, but as long as we're holding that, we should be fine. If we do lose that, and then the bearish divergence comes true, then we're going to be falling back off down towards 220, 211, 212. All right, same kind of action kind of happened on DIA. Same kind of action happened on DIA. We hit that 20 SMA, reversed, came back up. Okay, pulling that bullish Harami again, just like IWM. So that high is 44261. Gotta go higher than that. Okay. 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 Higher. Then 44261. Okay. Gets higher than 44261. This is going to be a nice little bull flag setup. And we could go to 448, 451, 455. All right. All right. All right, let's go. Let's go into some stocks. Okay. Okay. Well, on the daily, there's a bullish divergence here. Bullish divergence here. You got a trend line here. All right, possible channel. It looks good for a buy. You know, RSI is above 50. Bullish divergence. Okay, it's holding this little $10.84 level. It had a nice reversal today with a I'm not sure. No, that's not a bullish Harami, but it's a nice reversal with a piercing line reversal in there. So again, we got to be higher than this tomorrow. That's going to be 11:36. 11:35, I mean. 11:35 needs to be higher. Needs to be higher, and it needs to clear that 50 SMA. And then we could see that steadily go. But it looks good. This Huntsman, whatever this is, chemicals and stuff. It looks good so far, right here. It looks good. Okay. Okay. All right, here, HAL. We got a little consolidation area here between 20 and 23. So once that fires up, if it does, we got a gap fill right here at 25. And then we have targets there at 26. So if this holds the moving averages, which it should, it has an indecision candle right now. So it has an indecision candle. Okay, RSI is below 50, but slightly. It needs to come back over. Okay, indecision candle. We need push this higher. Here. That's going to be 2163. push that higher, and then this could go to that 22, and then possibly more to trigger that breakout. But it looks good. It's slightly going higher. RSI just needs to act right. Stochastics needs to act right, and this could push up. But it has earnings coming up next week, so I would say that I wouldn't expect too much out of the breakout before the earnings, but it looks okay. It looks okay. Looks like it can get back up towards that 23 area before earnings, but I don't know if it's going to break out before. And I would be careful with it because even though it's on the low end, it could go lower. So I would still be cautious on that one if you want to play earnings. I would still be cautious on it. Halliburton. Is that snowboards? Yeah, I'd be careful on this one on earnings, especially where it ends up, wherever it ends up. Okay, EAF. This one looks like we've did some work on it already, and it looks like it's the same kind of action that it's had before. So it's in between this dollar and $1.34, and it looks like it's not moving anywhere which way away from that consolidation. So here's a mid-level. There's a mid-level. Here's the major consolidation zones. So upper level, mid-level, bottom level. Okay, right now we're on the lower level. Our size above 50. Needs to get past $1.17. Okay, and then it could be in the upper level. But this one has earnings too next week. A little bit more than next week. 10 days. About 10 days. 9 days. So, you know, these are just consolidation stocks. I mean, the last two that you gave me are consolidation stocks, so they're going to be waiting for earnings. So they're just earning plays. If you want to play them, you know, go right ahead. But you know, earnings are always taking the risk of 50-50. But to tell you here, does it look good? I mean, overall, the weekly probably does. The weekly looks decent, but again, earnings are 50-50. Earnings look decent. I would like this to be somewhere up near $1.17 or even above it when earnings come. But otherwise, this stock's just consolidating sideways. It's doing everything it was doing last time. Okay, my thoughts on this stock, ASML. My thoughts are, it's still not out of consolidation. Still not out of consolidation. It doesn't look like it's bad long, but it needs time. Definitely needs time. It had a beautiful squeeze, and it wasted it. It didn't do nothing with it, and it's right back down to where the squeeze fired at. So that's not good. That's not healthy. Okay. Could it be a buy now? Sure. But what did it had? It had earnings, right? What was that? Before market today. Okay, so it did well earnings. Is it a buy? I mean, it looks like it could be a buy. But is it out of consolidation? No, it's not. But yeah, it looks like it could be a buy. As long as it holds above its moving averages, it holds above that 733.80. This could be a buy. Is it going to shoot right back up? I don't know. But typically when you drop like that on earnings, it doesn't really shoot back up so fast. Probably consolidate for a little bit, then come back up. Or just cut. It starts coming back. If it starts coming back up fast, then you know that it's gonna go. But as of right now, it looks like a buy, but I wouldn't say it looks like a great buy. It looks like a long-term play because you don't know how long you're gonna consolidate there for. Google looks the same as it did before. You know, it's steadily going to 185, 190. There's nothing else I could say about it. It broke out of 181.30, and it's steadily going higher. It has an indecision candle on it today. So if it drops tomorrow, then, you know, we have problems and we're coming back below 178. Okay, if not, if it keeps going, then we're going to go to 186. But I feel like Google's going to continue going. But there's nothing really to say about it. Okay. Qualcomm, right? Okay. Qualcomm broke out and it had a bearish divergence on there. Had a little bearish divergence on there. Okay, this is out question now. And now this is in consolidation and it's stuck. We got 4 levels of consolidation here. We got one. Oh, actually, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And we're stuck in the third one. Okay, it needs back above 156 to be in the fourth one. And then this is questionable because if it comes back up here and it gets rejected, then it's going to be building a head and shoulders pattern. So that wouldn't be favorable. So this one is in consolidation mode. It's not really saying it's going to break out. It's not going to say it's breaking down. It's saying like it's going to chop around. So considering that it's going to chop around, you know, I would wait on this. I wouldn't touch it. Even though it has a good candle today, maybe it has a good candle tomorrow, but this is looking like it's chopping around in between that 149 to 156 and 156 to 162. So I would wait on this. I would sit on my hands with that one. I wouldn't touch that one. Okay. Let's see here. You got a lot. You got more than 3 on here, so I'm gonna do toast. I'm not gonna do those other ones. 3. I told you guys 3 is the limit. All right. Let's see here. right, so you got a ascending triangle here. You got a ascending triangle here that's getting tight. Has a squeeze that looks good. RSI steadily holding on 50. All right, so if this one rallies on up, okay, on this projection here, you're gonna go to 48.50. 48.50. Okay, so this ascending triangle here, you're gonna go to 48.50. Okay, let's see. Did we get that right? Let's see if we get that right. Maybe we go a little higher. Okay, we go to 49.80. Okay, 49.80. Okay, 49.80, 50 area. Okay, so that's what that projected move is. Okay, so if this breaks out, we go 47, 48.50, 49.80, 50. Okay, so does it look good? It looks good. Squeeze forming. It's in positive. Stochastic is positive. RSI is positive. Everything's consolidating perfectly. Ascending triangle. This one could nice pop it off past that 46 level and go 47, 48, 49. If this has a couple more days to do it, but it might be a good lotto for this week, but I would probably do it better for next week just to give it a little bit more time. Let's see here. Okay. So options Friday, they're favoring downside. Favoring downside for this week. So maybe this just chops around still, drops and then sees, or maybe it drops and then pops. Because we've been seeing a lot of that. A lot of fake breakdowns and then rally ups. Been seeing a lot of that, actually. A lot of it. So if this does fake breakdown, I'd be a buyer at like that 50 area. And then and see if it turned around and comes back up, because it looks good. Overall, everything looks good that it wants to pop. But options are favoring downside for Friday. So we'll see what that happens. But if it were to pop, I would say 46 calls or 47 calls. Let's see here. Yeah, 46 calls, 47 calls. Even 45, 50 calls. But overall, ascending triangle does look good. Always, Nick. Thank you. Right, TTD. Okay. Okay, TTD. All right, TTD. This one, remember this one dropped a while ago. And it didn't do nothing for a long time. Everybody wanted to get long here at the 50s. It just kept going down. Now it's starting to try to go up. But it's very slow. Lots of consolidation. You know, this popped and sold off, and we had an inside day today, but still doesn't look very strong. We have a breakout on the weekly here, and it looks weak. So, see, high here is 80.55. So basically, if this does not stay above 80.55 this week, then it's a weak breakout. It's a weak breakout. So right now it's holding that 80.55. Barely holding that up. If it loses that, we go gap fill. Okay, if it holds that, consolidates, then maybe starts pushing towards 88, 90. But right now, I think this is consolidation. I don't see any real strength here. it had a big gap up off whatever news, and then it sold off pretty much all day. And then today it gapped up, sold off, got back up, and held at 80.55 barely. So, does this tell me it's a strong stock? No, it doesn't. If you want to be long it, you could be long it, but I would wait and see if this could actually hold that 80.55 for the rest of the week. If it can, great. If it can't, no good. Okay, Tesla. Tesla here. All right, Tesla. We said at that 291 area to buy it up. I think we bought some 400 calls for January. Those are doing okay. Our side is above 50. That's good. Stochastics coming up. That's good. Volume coming in. That's good. Okay, today we tried to break that 422. We couldn't do it. Now that 422.07 is what we need to break through and hold above. We break through, hold above that. We go 425. 425. We go 430. Go for 333 or 330, 333, 334. And then above 333 or 334, above 334, 334 is going to be a hard level. Above that one, if we could clear that one easy, then we go 345, 350, 365, 367, 375. Okay. But right now we need to clear that 322. After hours it says it's above it, but nothing matters until we see it hold and go. So it does have a nice little bull flag on there. I'm not saying that this one doesn't look good. It does look good, but remember it's Tesla. Tesla can be a fickler. Can definitely be a fickler. Okay, once we break out of that 322 level area, we should be 325, 330, 334. All right. Coin. All right, coin steadily chugging along in this bullish channel. Okay, steadily chugging along in this bullish channel. Here, I'll remove some of this stuff so we can see it better. Okay. So, bullish channel. Okay, bull flag broke out here. Okay, back test, held it. Okay, hit our first target of 405.85. Okay, we hit 405.88 today. We didn't quite clear this one out, so we still steadily just keep grinding up. Here, we should be steadily going to that 430 area. Okay, if we just keep grinding up here, we should be steadily going to that 430 area and possibly 450 at the end of the month. But right now, hit our first target at 405. Did well. Now, there is a little divergence on there, but it's steadily coming back up. DMI crossed over, so it is getting tired. Stochastic still in good range, still doing its thing. Everything else looks fine. Price action looks fine as well. Still got a little bull flag. Okay, we hit that target pretty well and then dropped it. So coin looks good. Bigger picture is this was 52-week high. We broke out of it here this month. So this month can go 450 because we got that big 52-week breakout. I think we go at least 429. At least 429. This week, see, here's the problem with this week. We have a bullish pennant. Or we could also call it a ascending triangle. And we attempted to break out today, and we failed. So as long as we stay above here, we hold it, try to break out tomorrow, we could start to go 405 and 410. Maybe even a little bit more, 415. Yeah, 415 would be a nice little breakout here. Yeah, right at 415. 415, 416. For that ascending triangle, bull flag, bullish pennant, whatever you want to call it. It's a bullish pattern. It'll break out. It needs above that 400.4. So we close at 98. If we get past that again, we're going to go back to our target 405 and then 410, 415. And then 430. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. GTLB. All right. This stock is just consolidating. I think I got this stock as a leap only. I don't think I got any short term. I think I only got a leap. But we have support right here at 40. Right here, support at 40. Okay, do we have a little head and shoulders pattern? Maybe. But this is a AI stock, right? This is a AI stock. So with that, it's a long-term play. Right now, it's just in consolidation mode. So when it's in consolidation mode, you just want to get leaps. You don't want to really get anything short-term unless you're at the bottom of the consolidation or you're at the top of the consolidation. But right here, we're nearer the bottom than the top. And I would see if it does hit this 40 and then maybe get more and if it bounces, cool. But otherwise, this is consolidation. And it's not really going to do much until some news on it comes out or something else comes out about the company. Then it's going to move. That's why you want to be long these stocks, not really short-term these stocks. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. PayPal. PayPal bears divergence as well on here. I'm gonna hit that 200 SMA. PayPal's removing the app. I know that they're not supporting the apps anymore. One of their business apps. I don't know if that's gonna say anything for the company or they're gonna come out with something new. But it's kind of been doing nothing for the past 2-3 months. Been kind of staying in this gray area that we have shaded. That we thought we were going to break out once, twice, failed both times. So basically, number one, you need to get above 74. Number two, you already lost this channel. You try to get back in it and you failed. Okay, so that channel is gone. Okay, now, what do you have? You have a consolidation sideways. You had 2 failed breakouts. Okay, and you're in the consolidation. You need to get back above that breakout of 74, and then you got to get past 76, 80. If you could do that, this has room to go. But until then, this is going to be your home, this gray area. So maybe it tries to get back over again, but if it doesn't, and if it loses this support here, you're going to be dropping back down to the bottom of this gray area. So PayPal, it's in a gray area right now, and it's iffy. Above 74, like it better. Below 72, don't like it at all. Okay. Okay, RX. Okay, first off, hard resistance here. Super hard resistance there. Okay. Okay, it looks like an ascending triangle as well. It's stopping at its 100 SMAs, holding at 20 SMAs, but has a little room to go here. Has a squeeze on it, R side above 50. It looks like it has room to go here. I don't know if it's going to break out or not, but it does have room to go at least a couple more cents. 20, 30 cents. So I think in the next week we can move up towards this 580, 590 area. If it breaks out, that's one thing or the other. I'm not really familiar with this company. It's a pharmaceutical. Pharmaceuticals haven't been doing that great lately, so I'm not sure about this company. But that's the patterns on it. There's really hard resistance at $6. I couldn't get through it here. Now it's steady building an ascending triangle. Those are usually very bullish. So if we do get up there, this is Thursday, Friday. This is next week. Okay. So I think next week sometime, maybe later in the week, either mid or later in the week, then this stock is going to be near that $6, and then we'll see if it works out or not. But until then, it looks good, but needs more time. Okay, BA. All right, BA. BA has been, it came down here. It almost came down to that area, that 93.25 area. That's what was buy zone. Held this area, popped it up, came back, and now it's doing 52-week highs. Okay, airline strong. Boeing strong. Okay, hit target 233.70. Missed it by 9 cents, but now it's consolidating. Okay, it didn't make a new high today. Just consolidating. But it looks great. It looks great still. Trend line is still intact. Holding about 230. Our target is 240. I think it gets there. And I think that gets there, and I think airlines still come back and keep going. Okay. Support for BA is that 230 area, and below that it's 225.60. Okay, and targets 238, 240. Okay, coin already did. Okay, Apple. Like nothing's really changed with Apple. It's just going sideways. It's up and down this level of 209.70. It's above 210, but it needs some action. It needs to go. This is a nice bull flag. If it could rally, I think Apple's gonna have one hard day rally. So once it starts to rally one of these days, whether it's tomorrow or Friday or even next week, once Apple starts a strong day, it's gonna be a $4 or $5 day. So if it's gonna be a $4 or $5 day, I would definitely get some lottos right away, because if Apple starts going strongly in the morning, it's gonna keep going, and it's gonna go probably to 215, 216, okay, in one day, and then the next day it's probably gonna break out, or it's gonna stop right at that 216, pull back some, and then break out. So right now it's just sitting and waiting, but I think that it could go. See, next week calls not too bad, $1.40. I think those would be a better risk. If you really want, you could get those 220 August 15 calls. But this week, 215 calls. We had those for swings, and now they're bad. We're probably gonna add some as lottos, so that if they do come back hard, then we're gonna get our money back. So that's the plan right there. All right, LMT. All right, been saying this for I don't know how long already, but LMT is going sideways, consolidating in between this levels. It needs to get above 496 to go higher, or drop below 459 and go lower. Okay, otherwise it goes sideways. It has a squeeze, but it's been having a squeeze forever. RSI looks fine, but the RSI has been looking fine. There's nothing else I can say about the stock except that. Above 496, it runs. Below 458, it drops. That's it. That's all I got for LMT. Okay. QS. We traded this stock when it was $7. $7. We got long $10 calls. We sold them yesterday at 11. Okay. It almost hit my target today at 11.68. It has good volume. The stock can. Let me see here. Okay. Okay. It does look like it's beginning a very strong uptrend situation here. Looks like it is becoming a very strong uptrend situation. I think this stock can go. Still, earnings is coming up though. 723. That's in what's that, in a week and a half. Okay. Weekend, a couple days. So I do think we could hit that 1168. I mean, it's not that far from it. 13, possible, very possible. Before earnings, very possible to hit that, especially because it's running. So this could definitely hit 13 before earnings. And who knows, earnings could take it even higher. But we made money on it. That's all that matters. Will I get back in this again? Yeah, probably. I mean, they're pretty cheap. They're pretty cheap. You know what? Just for shits and giggles, I would say just for shits and giggles, say January. I'll probably get some January 16th, 15 calls. Just in case this thing ends up knocking it out of the park and going to like 20 or 25. Because I don't really know much about the stock, but I see the momentum. And the momentum's there. And, this is how can you tell when a stock is going to double? It already doubled. And how many times did this thing double already? It was at $4. Okay, so doubled twice. Okay, and then if we get back up here, it's gonna double again. So it's only double 3 times. If it doubles 3 times before earnings, okay, then what's that to say that that's going to take it even higher and that we could even double up again? So. For shits and giggles, I'll waste $200 on a contract to see if it does that. Because if that does do that, then those $2 contracts, if this says it at $20, then those are going to be worth like $10, like $8 to $10. And why not? When this was $4. You weren't thinking it's gonna be $10 or $11, right? We got it at 7 and we thought it was gonna go to 10, and it took a few days. It took like a week or so. Now it's ripping. Okay, so this is a bigger breakout. So I see this, right? I see that potentially what we have here. We have a wave 1, we have a wave 2, and we have a wave 3. The longest, strongest wave is happening right now. So if we do get to 13 and then we pull back for earnings or whatever, or we pull back before earnings and then earnings comes out and it comes out with the wave 5, and that wave 5 takes us to 16, even 16, 17, doesn't matter. Even just 15. Those 15 calls are going to be worth double, at least double. Yeah, I like it. But, what is the chances that it just continues going and takes off? Then why not? Easy risk. Easy risk to rewards right there. I mean, the contracts aren't like $2,000 each. It's only $200 each. So spend $400 or $500 and see if it turns into a crazy gain. Why not? It's already gained pretty dang good already. All right. Where was I at? Okay. MicroStrategy. All right. MicroStrategy broke out of its channel, holding it, pushing from it. Okay. Now, if that does it, we get 460. We got 460. We got 470. We got 483. Okay, this is a big breakout. Major breakout right here above 430. So, no reason not to be long this one. Major breakout above that 430 every Looks good. Making a little bull flag. I think we could get 470 to 480 very quickly. 483 is my target, and then 555. 550. So I think this one looks great. I think it looks good. I think it runs all the way to earnings. And earnings is 731. That's the end of the month. I think we get 483 way before that. Way before that. I think we get 500 before that. Okay. All right. All right, Lulu. Okay. Okay, Lulu not looking great. Not looking great. RSI below 50. Okay, this here came back, rejected the 20 SMA, came back down. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's see that. See that. See that. Okay. Okay. Simple thing is, this could be a double bottom. This has a bullish Rami on it. Okay, slight bullish divergence on it. You need to see something here, Phil. You don't see anything here. This one's going down to 177. Okay, so you need to see some action here. You need to see that this follow through tomorrow. You need to see this go higher. Okay, higher than 227.66. Needs to go higher than that. Needs to go higher than that. Okay, higher than that. And then if that does happen, then this looks like it could be a double bottom. But it needs to get past this 20 SMA in order for it to actually show some strength. Otherwise, it's dropping. Because it couldn't hold this low. And that low is right at that 20 SMA. That's all I got on Lulu. Apple already did. Okay. Okay, PNAW. PNAW. It's like triple topped. Quadruple top, maybe. Okay. Hit the 200 SMA, hit the 100 SMA, bounce a little bit. Still has a little bear flag on it. You know, we had the symmetrical triangle. Broke up, broke down. Okay, finally broke out. Topped out, same area here. Okay, it's consolidating. This one's kind of just in a gray area too. You know, it's in that gray area. That gray area. That gray area is not a good place to be in. Okay, so you're in between two hard moving averages. You're in between the 100 and 200, which are very strong, and you're in between the 20 and the 50. Okay, so up and down. So this means a lot of chop. Okay, you need to get back above 195 and then more over 200 in order for this to actually go. Until then, it's going to stay in this range. Stay in this range. And it's been in this range for a very long time. This range is the same range. This range is the same range. This range is the same range. This range, same range. It likes that range between 180 and 200. Okay, so very choppy areas. Very choppy. Okay. Okay. See, maybe I think I misspelled. I mean, I misread this. But this one, INOQ. This one looks decent. Has a cup and handle. It's been consolidating for a while, and it's holding its 20 SMA. It's holding its RSI. Stochastic just needs to come back up. You know, it did fire a squeeze up, but didn't really go through. You need to break that 48. Until then, we're just going sideways. But does it look good? It looks good for longs, but let me see earnings. 8.6. Okay, so that's a little while. I don't know if it's gonna break out until earnings though. You know, it does. It is two. That is like 3 weeks away, 4 weeks away. But you know, it's just going sideways. So I don't know. So 48, break that. We go 55 and 60, but. If you want to play this, I want to play it long term, like at least 3-4 months out, for long calls, because you could get chopped to pieces on this one. But it looks good. It looks good overall. All right, CRWV. Yeah, everybody wants to know about this stock, but I keep telling you guys, it's shit right now. This price action, no good. Okay, did the downtrend, stopped. Okay, it got back this 142 level, but it got stopped on the downtrend. Which one's going to give? Is it going to be the upper or the lower? I don't know. We'll find out. But does it look good right now? No, it doesn't. I keep telling you guys, the stock does not look good right now. Okay, there's your downtrend channel. So either this is going to drop hard or it's going to break out and go to the 20 SMA. Okay, 20 SMA is at 156. So if it breaks out, it goes to that 156. If it breaks down, it goes to 126. And you don't want it below 142. That's death right there. So this one got below it and then came back above it with a little bullish harami confirmation, but it's getting rejected here. We got an indecision candle now. Indecision candle, never good after a reversal candle. Because you got a reversal candle, and then it says, "Wait a minute, this is it." A reversal candle tells you, all right, the opposite's in control now. All right, the bears were in control, now the bulls are in control, and then the indecision candle says, "Wait a minute, I don't know who's in control anymore." So it's telling you, I don't know who's in control anymore. The psychology of the masses are like, wait, is there enough to push this or not? I don't know. Is the buying actually there? The buying was here, right? But then it hit that, sold off. Then here, gapped up, and then didn't do nothing. So the buying pressure and the selling pressure are even right here. How's that when it's turning into like the bullish? It doesn't make sense. So, does it look good? No. Okay. I would say I'd be a buyer near 113, 115, maybe even 120. Okay, now if we stay and maintain that 142 and we break above there and even get above that 147, then okay, maybe if this downtrend breaks, sure, it will look a lot better, especially because it's up above 142 and it's only probably consolidate in this zone. But if it doesn't, if it's below 142, I would say 126 or 113 would be my buying areas. Otherwise, this needs to show strength and break through and get inside here, and then I'd be more convinced that it's bullish. Otherwise, not yet. It's not yet. See, if you zoom out, you see the downtrend. Okay, RSI is below 50, but it's right at 50, so there's a chance it could get back above, but it's only consolidating here for a little while. So you're still going to lose money. Well, I mean, unless you sell it right away, because the consolidation is going to kill you. Especially this stock is very high. It's very high on it has very high implied volatility. So, given that it has very high implied volatility, that means that chop is going to really kill you because they have a lot of the option getting eaten away. Okay, because they're more expensive. It's like a Tesla or a Circle or something like that. They're really expensive, but if they don't do anything and they don't go anywhere, it's gonna just eat you alive. All right. So, do you have my blessing on this? No. No. All right. Okay, RH. We had a breakout, hit that 100 SMA. We had a fallout. Okay, today we had a nice reversal. Tomorrow we need to see one of these candles up. If we see one of these candles up, because we have this nice bullish cross reversal. If we see one of these candles up and we get back above 199.50, that is a good sign that we're going to go break out now. Okay, so we've been seeing a lot of false breakdowns and then rally ups. Okay, this one false break up and rally down, and then let's see if we first break down and rally it back up. Okay, so we need to see this above the moving averages, and we need to see it above 199.50, and then it's very bullish. All right. All right, my favorite watch that I'm watching right now has to be the monster that just broke out. RGTI, which we have leaps on that we've been holding for a while. We got these leaps. When did we get these leaps? In March. We got those leaps in March for January, okay? And then we also had some other calls. But this one just broke out of this consolidation here. Okay, we have a gap fill right here at 1755. Okay, that's where it's going, 1755. As long as we stay above 1530, we should be still going higher. Okay, I'm anticipating we go 20. I think we break all-time highs, and then we head to 27. See, this is another stock that has doubled, tripled, quadrupled, it keeps going, right? And then it came back down, consolidated for a very long time. This large consolidation, you know what that tells me? Especially because we're breaking out, so it's large volume, 443%. This is telling me that this is all buyers right here, okay? You know, there was buyers here, and then they sold at 21. They came back, and they bought it back up at $7, okay? So 3 times their money, right? So they sold at 21, bought at $7, $7, $8. All right. Now, where is this going to go? Okay, well, we're going to break those all-time highs. And the target would be $24. Okay. So, and then we got a squeeze firing up on the weekly. We got a breakout that just started today. So the volume is still going to go higher. So we'll probably hit 1755 this week for sure. That's going to be nice for our lottos that we have. And then we have $12 leaps. Those are going to be nice when we hit $24. Okay. So this is a stock that I'm favoriting right now. It looks great. Looks great. It's cheap. I had told a couple of friends to buy this as a stock at like $7-8, and they've already doubled their money, and in less than 3 months. In less than 3 months. That's how you know the stock is going to keep going, is because in less than 3 months, you already doubled your money. Okay, it's going to continue and do it again. So this goes to 24. Okay, you bought it at 8. That's another double. Okay, you doubled at 16. Now you're going to double again at 24. Right? 8, 8, and 8. So this stock is my favorite right now. Today, actually. I might have another one tomorrow, but this one looks great. RSI just started. It has lots of room to go. This one doesn't show, it's not showing any weakness right now. It's showing greatness. I like that. All right. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Toyota. Yeah, I was thinking about this stock. I've never traded this stock before, but I was thinking about this stock the other day because I was at the gym working out, and I was doing some cardio, and it was like in Australia or something. Like the videos of people running was in like Australia, and everybody had Toyotas, and they're like older Toyotas, and I was like thinking, Toyota's probably popular around the world because they're quality cars that last forever. I was like, man, that would have been a nice stock to get into a while ago. But I never even looked at it. I just had that thought in my mind. But looking at it now, how far ago can I would have gone in it? There was better opportunities. So this one, not. It wasn't thinking as much as I thought it was gonna be up. So 225 or 255 is a high. Okay. All right. All right, we got consolidation here. It's a consolidation zone right here. This is a whole zone. This is a whole gray area right here. That's a whole consolidation zone. And that's on the weekly. So we go on the daily, we could see that consolidation zone. Huge, huge. So RSI below 50. Not looking that great. Squeeze trying to form. Stochastic's trying to come up. Okay, it looks like there's levels here. Okay, and there's some levels here. Okay. So you have some support right here at 168. I would be a big buyer at 159, but you could double it in 168.80. This is an investment stock. This isn't really a trading stock. So you can tell by all the little gap ups and gap downs, like this stock is not meant for trading. This is a dividend stock. Okay, it pays a great dividend. So it pays, this one paid $3.45 per share. This one paid $2.60 per share. Dividend is going to come up again August 6th. Probably going to pay, a little bit more, maybe the same. But it's a stock you buy the shares, a lot of shares. You buy 100 shares, then you're going to get, $345. Every quarter. And that's tax. That's reduced tax. So that's what kind of stock this is. That's why I never traded it. It's not a trading stock. So if you want to invest in it, want to buy 1,000 shares of this, and then get in it before the dividend is, and make $3,000 just by having 1,000 shares, you can do that. But by trading this, it's going to consolidate a lot. Consolidate. This is not a growth stock. This is a dividend stock. So, is it a good bounce area here? Yeah, sure. But how long is it going to bounce for? It might consolidate for a little while, which it is probably going to do. And then maybe bounce up. Maybe you'll get $20 in the next 2 months, 3 months. Maybe you don't. But it's most likely it's just going to consolidate. It's a consolidation stock. All right. Oh, okay. Pepsi. Look at Pepsi's not going to do anything until earnings on Thursday, which are tomorrow. All right. Tomorrow, 7:17 before market open. So it has a bull flag. Looks good. I'm anticipating 140. That's all I got to say about it. Same thing I've been saying about it all week. Or all last since I got it. Okay. Oracle. I already did Apple. Oracle. Look, Oracle looks good here, but the bearish divergence I don't like. I don't like the bearish divergence. I don't like the DMI crossover. I don't like the stochastics falling. But it's holding up, and it hasn't touched the 20 SMA yet. But it looks like 243 area or 242 area actually is not letting this thing go. But if tech keeps going, Oracle is good. We could go 260, but otherwise, I'd be careful of any weakness. If you see any weakness, just because of its tiredness. Let's see. So. I think it's rallied a lot. But I think it could still go higher. But I would just be cautious on any weakness, because even though it's broken out and it's gone higher, broke the 52-week high here, and it's going strong, it's doing exactly what I think that coin is gonna do, because it broke out all-time highs. Or not all-time highs, but 52-week highs. It looks good, but I would say, okay, don't fight the trend. But when you start to see it weakening really bad, like if you see this below 230, then that's trouble. If you see it below 223, that's trouble. But right here, in between this area, it's still flagging. Still flagging here. We could break out. We could go 250 and 260. But otherwise, just be cautious. I would say stay long. It looks good, but just be cautious. Okay. All right. Let's see. And you. This one looks good. It's good. Here, let's switch these out. Okay. 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 Okay, so it's gonna be breakout on the daily. All right, breakout on the daily. Okay, forming a little ascending triangle here, little cup and handle, little bull flag action. This one looks good. RSI holding 50, great. Volume is great. Stochastic, everything looks great. Okay. Yeah, once it breaks 14, it should go 1450 and then 1550. 1550 is a gap fill. So this one looks good. It looks good for a long. Definitely looks good for a long. SMCI still doing what it needs to be doing. Okay, it broke out from this breakout here. Okay, it hit first and second target 52.70 and 53.26. Once it gets past this 54 level, we should get to 56. But so 55 and 56. Oh shoot, what I do? 55 and 56 are my next levels. Okay, it's holding up nicely, still going up. So as long as it doesn't come back to 50 or below, then it should continue grinding up. Okay, Amazon. I told you guys last week on Amazon. I'm not bullish on it unless it's above 227.75. I think I said that yesterday too, and the day before. I'm not bullish. I'm not touching Amazon. I'm not bullish on Amazon unless it's above 227.75. You see here, we got close to it and pulled back. Okay, we got a bearish divergence on here. I don't know if it's gonna be able to break that. There's a lot of resistance there. Lots of resistance there. And this one's looking kind of like a rising wedge kind of thing. So we have this. We have this. So we might have fired down on there. And you know, they didn't have good Prime Day sales. So all that is a factor. You know, it still went up without good Prime Day sales, but I think it was just a ploy. Because I didn't think it was going to get past 227.75. And it hasn't yet. So again, just like I said on the last week or this week, same thing. If it's not past 227.75, I'm not bullish. I'm not bullish it. Okay. So if it does pull back, you're probably going to go to that 20 SMA, which is this support here at 219. Okay, so you want to get back up. You want to get past that 227.75. Or else I don't think it does much. Maybe consolidates, pulls back, but that's it. Okay, UPS. Here, the same kind of thing. UPS has just been consolidating ever since we got into it a while ago. Over here, it was going sideways, and then it kind of broke out, and then kind of just did that, and then I was back over here. So it's not doing much. You know, it needs a hold to get back above here. But RSI is already losing the 50. Everything's kind of coming down. We got to hold this. We need a candle up tomorrow on this one. If not, then you know, this is back in the gray area, and it's been pretty choppy as well. So this needs news. That, you know, sorry to say, but UPS needs news. The news is what it got into this mess, because they stopped messing with Amazon, and they didn't do their contracts with them anymore. So they need some kind of news that they're partnering with someone or doing some kind of big project that is going to take them out of this slump that they're in. Otherwise, it's just going to keep going sideways around this 100 area. Okay. ABT. You pretty much doing nothing. Doing nothing. Has a slight uptrend channel, slight, but it's, I feel like more sideways than anything, but slight uptrend. Earnings is coming in tomorrow before market. Look, earnings are 50-50. Squeeze is down. Stochastics are in the turnaround zone. RSI is down below 50. We have a lot of chop candles. I don't know if this knows what it's going to do either, but it's not looking good, honestly. This action right here, is not looking good. This ugly bull flag looking thing, and that doesn't look good. Let me check it on the monthly. See, on the monthly, that it looks very ugly. I mean, you got a shot. Possibly, but again, earnings 50-50. But that weekly does not look good. That looks like a larger bear flag. Huge, larger bear flag. But it depends. Like if earnings are good or earnings are bad tomorrow, I would play this after earnings. I wouldn't play this for earnings. It just looks real bad. It looks real bad for earnings. But maybe you get lucky, right? That's what earnings are, right? Pretty much. But overall, this doesn't. If this drops to 125 or 122, 125, 122, I'd be a buyer. I'd buy it up in the morning. But if it pops to 140, and if it does pop to 140, and you start to see weakness, I would short it right away. Because this doesn't look overall good. All right. Okay. Bitcoin consolidating here, building a bull flag. Okay, squeeze looking nice. Okay, bull flag looking good. We're above breakout. Okay, it looks good. I think this could continue on 125, 130. Okay. All right, guys. That's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for coming by. And let's make some money this week. Night.